Hello, BookTube, and this is going to be probably a bit of a rambling video. I'll try not to make it too long. It was something that I've been sort of thinking about for a while. I've talked about my rereading habits, and I've been in for a number of years now rereading things. But there are some books that I perennially, God, I can't. Long COVID does not allow my tongue to say words anymore occasionally. Um, that I reread constantly, and City by Clifford Simak is one of them. And I just finished Les Miserables for the fifth time, and I will be rereading Les Miserables again in the future, many more times, I'm sure. But there's other ones, like there's Hyperion, the Hyperion Cantos, Dune by Frank Herbert, the Strangers and Brothers series by C.P. Snow, I, Robot by Isaac Asimov, Martian Chronicles by Ray Bradbury, The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas, Rabelais, Gargantua and Pantagruel. The list sort of goes on, but it's not a fine infinite list. That's the thing. But I began thinking, like, well, why do I read? Like, there's many reasons, or why does somebody read? For me, it's it's in order to sort of enjoy myself, take me out of, and give me something to do as well. Because I like, especially now, I don't go out much and things like that. So I go out in my brain as much as I can with the limited reading or time that I have during the day to read. So, and anytime I pick up a new book, or a new book to me, there's always unsure whether am I going to really like this if it's not an author that I've read before, or a book that I haven't read and I don't know about it. Am I going to really like it? And there's always that danger that you sort of you read and you go, okay, well, it's okay, it's okay, it's an okay book, but it didn't, it didn't rock my boat. Let's put it that way. But something like this that that you've reread, it does rock your boat and you like it. So I was thinking, well, could I get enough books that I like at the moment I don't think there is, but that I could read starting January 1st, reread throughout the year, finish at December 31st, then in January 1st, start over again with the same books and reread year after year. And also, too, it fits in with my bad memory because there's, details occasionally. Like every time I read this, I don't remember that. So there's always something new when I reread for various reasons. I don't quite have enough because, under current circumstances, I can read this in 7 days in a week. It's 1,400 pages. So we got, Count of Monte Cristo, that's 2 weeks. We've got Les Miserables, less than a week. We've got, Bleak House by Charles Dickens. So let's say that's 3.5 weeks there. 4 weeks. So let's say 4 weeks, just for the sake of argument. 4 weeks there. So that's a month's reading. And then things like City and those can easily be polished off in a day, but let's give it a little more. There's the Strangers and Brothers series that would take more than that. There's 11 books, I think. There's about 3,000 pages, so we're talking, a couple weeks, for that. Let's say 2.5 weeks. So yeah, and then there's the Dune. If I read all 6 Dune books, we're talking another couple weeks there. The Hyperion Cantos, similar, but we're still not getting up much. I might be able to get like 4 or 5 months out of this, but I'm wondering if it's something that it should be something to aspire to. That you've basically you basically read what you think is most of the good books out there. Well, that's not really true, but let's just, for the sake of argument, say that. And then you want to go back to old favorites. Why not? It would be an interesting thing to do. Like, for the first year, I probably could get away with doing this, because what I could do is there's 8 translations into English of this. Well, 6. The other 2 are sort of derivations of the first translation. But, that would take me up to, what would that be? That would be a couple months for sure, because, a week, 8 weeks, 2 months, couple months there, of reading. Do the same with Count of Monte Cristo. Another month, I suppose, maybe a little more. I forget how many translations. Rabelais, similar. So I suppose I could. I could do a year of rereading and reread through. Well, I'm still. I've read 3 translations so far of Les Miserables, and a couple of them twice. So it's the 5th time that I've read it in full. So I could do that. I'm sort of pondering something like this to see if I could do it. It wouldn't be probably very good for BookTube, but it would. I think it would be an interesting project to do, if you want to call it a project. But anyway, that's just my little musings at the moment on rereading and rereading favorites. And I haven't mentioned every single book either, but yeah, those would be, I think, the main ones. Thank you, BookTube. See you next time.